Sure.
Good evening, folks. I'd like to call the meeting to order at 7:36. Can I have a moment of silence, please? Please stand for the flag salute. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah, this was too.
Roll call. Mr. Kenny?
Here.
Mr. Bromhall?
Here.
Ms. Falconera?
Here.
Ms. Iacone?
Here.
Mr. McGuff?
Here.
Mr. Meeker?
Here.
Mrs. Tadley?
Here.
Mrs. Trompe?
Here.
Ms. Fitzwater? Here. Statement is hereby made that adequate notice of this meeting was given by submission of said notice to the Burlington County Times, the Courier Post, the Cinnaminson Township Clerk, and the district website on the following dates: January 8th, 2025, January 7th, 2026, and on the district website on April 28th, 2026. We're moving on to Section 4, routine business. We have the Board Secretary's report for March of 26, the receipts and appropriation adjustments for March of 26, the Treasurer's report for March, the monthly transfer report for March, the high school activities report for April, the food service management cost performance statement for April, certified bill lists ending May 12th, and approval of minutes for April 14th, regular meeting, April 14th executive session, and April 28th public hearing minutes. Mr. Kenny, can I have a motion to approve Section 4 routine business items A through H?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Trompe. Comments or questions from the board? Hearing none, we'll take a vote. Mr. McGuff?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion approved. Moving on to Section 5, routine matters. We have the enrollment report as of May 8th of 26, the health report for April, the fire alarm report for April, the crisis drill report for April, and the superintendent's monthly report. Mr. Capello.
Thank you, Mrs. Fitzwater. Thank you to the members of the audience who are here tonight, and thank you to those of you watching along at home. We appreciate your presence, being here with us this evening for a very special Board of Education meeting that finds us in the middle of recognition season, as we call it. So first, I'd like to shout out a couple individuals who were recognized this month. On May 1st, we celebrated Principals Appreciation Day. Our principals are always here, seated right up front at the board meetings, but I'd like to thank Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Mealy, Mrs. DeSimone, Mr. Gorman, and Mrs. Spear for doing a fantastic job leading our schools. On May 6th, we celebrated School Nurses Day, and again, some unsung heroes in our nurses' office, and want to recognize those individuals as well. Thank you to Kate Ormsby, Kelly Palma, Danielle Black, Kathy Glisson, Megan Quinn, and all of our substitute nurses in the district who do such an outstanding job caring for the medical well-being of our students. On May 5th through 9th in Cinnaminson and across the country, we celebrated Educator Appreciation Week. I'd like to recognize members of our staff appreciation team and local businesses who help support a really dynamic program. Thank you to Mrs. Spear, Mrs. Sanders, who spearheaded a wonderful week of prizes and giving away that culminated last Wednesday in our Wheel of Prizes, where we gave away over 50 gift cards and experiences to all kinds of local businesses who supported our teachers to really show us that the businesses support and care about the education and the educators in our community. And finally, we recognize and celebrate Special Education Week, the week of May 10th through 16th in the state of New Jersey. And of course, we're looking forward to doing a little bit of staff recognition in just a little bit this evening, so I do promise to keep my remarks on the shorter side. By way of an update to the Board of Education about where we're at today with our preschool program, we've been really proud of the partnerships we've been able to forge in the community, and we're excited to announce this evening our intentions to expand our partnerships into two very different locations, but both unique and both offer lots of opportunities for our youngest pirates. So as of today, we're looking forward to opening 2 new classrooms in the Westfield Friends School, certainly the oldest institution for learning here in Cinnaminson, and also one of the newest ones. We're looking to do a 3-classroom expansion into the Children of America location. A little bit of a different partnership in both of those locations, but at the end of the day, there's 5 new classrooms for learning that we're looking to open up and get more parents and families off of our waiting list and into our classrooms as 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds enjoying a full-day pre-K program. So we're very very excited as we take the next step forward into our third full year of preschool in Cinnaminson. I also wanted to give the board an update and the community an update as well as where we're at with our referendum process. We have transitioned into communications mode, and I do apologize for the delay of this meeting this evening. Also, my lateness here. Right now, our architect and civil engineer are presenting before the planning board. I had an opportunity to speak with them and share a little bit about the messaging for our referendum. Had an opportunity last night with Mrs. Fitzwater to visit the Cinnaminson Middle School Home and School Association meeting. Next week, we're looking to visit the high school home and school associations in the following, and also project graduation in the following week to meet with CHASA. So for members of our educational community, parents, we certainly invite you to come out to those home and school meetings, of course, to be a part of home and school, but also to hear about our referendum process. And then for anybody who might not be affiliated with the home and schools in the community and wants to hear more about the referendum, there's going to be lots of opportunities coming up in the public, the first of which will happen at Cinnaminson Day, which happens later this month. I believe it's Saturday. This Saturday, we'll have a booth at Cinnaminson Day, so if anybody has any questions about the referendum, it'll be a great opportunity to come out and hear about it in person. I'd like to offer another quick shout out to all of the student performers from the Rush School who gave their performance of Annie last week. It was fantastic. I'd like to also give a shout out to Kim Kelly, Christine Corbel, Casey Shields, Lexi Olson, and Jillian Watson, the adults who were involved in bringing that production to life. It was fantastic. Lots of things to look forward to coming up in our community with all of our different concerts for our spring choral concerts, which tips off later this week. Next Friday is our junior and senior prom at the high school. Later this month, looking forward to New Albany Field Day, our charity soccer game in honor of Maddie Harris, the CHS STEM Fair later this month, Field Days, spring concerts, and our Transportation Appreciation Breakfast. May is chock full of things to recognize our students and our staff, and so much to look forward to in this last full month of school. And finally, I did want to give a shout out that on Tuesday, April 21st, Maureen Kohler was honored at a ceremony, selected as the ACS Pre-College Educator of the Year. I suspect that she may be here in the audience as we may hear from her later tonight. I see her back there. Congratulations, Maureen, a well-deserved award, and I'm glad to see you recognized as such an outstanding teacher that you are. And with that, Mrs. Fitzwater, that is my brief superintendent's report.
Thank you, Mr. Capello. Mr. Bromhall, can I have a motion to approve Section 5 routine matters items A through E?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Meeker. Comments or questions from the board? Hearing none, we'll take a vote. Mrs. Tadley?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion approved. Moving on to Section 6, the student representative reports. First, we'll hear from the high school representative, Ms. Carly Trompe.
Good evening. The Golden Apple for the month of April was presented to Mrs. Elizabeth Kilroy by Mr. Gorman and Ms. Leitz. The May students of the month are as follows: Class of 2026, Charlie Hibisky; Class of 2027, Michaela Lodis; Class of 2028, Josh Abrams; and Class of 2029, Sophia Fitzgerald. I'm pleased to share a spotlight update on just a few of our extracurricular programs. Our golf team continues to excel with a 13-1 record and an undefeated mark in division play. They also repeated as Burlington County Open champs with a program record 21 players. Interest is at an all-time high. The team celebrated Senior Day on April 30th and now looks ahead to sectionals and the South Jersey Carl Arena tournament this week. Our girls lacrosse team is now 7-5 overall and remains undefeated in BCSL division play, aiming for the 4th straight championship. Mia Stendalevich has an outstanding game recently with 15 draw controls and 8 goals. Goalkeepers Sophia Flicker and Sarah Kirby continue to anchor the defense, while a strong group of freshmen have made an immediate impact. The team also hosted its annual Stick It to Cancer game in support of Sabina Zafik and the American Cancer Society. Senior night is scheduled for May 13th. In track and field, both teams are performing well. The boys' team earned multiple event wins across recent meets, including strong performances from Jacob Wickersham, Shafiq Harrington, Max Fry, and Leland Locke, along with first-place distance medley relay at Woodbury. The girls' team was led by Shiloh Moore with 2 first-place finishes in the triple jump and 100-meter high hurdles at fast times at Cherokee High School, and a winning 4x100 relay team, along with several other top finishes. Both programs are also successfully hosted. They successfully hosted its first home meet in senior night, won their BCSL division championship, and are now preparing for the NJSIA championship season. Our volleyball team is off to a strong start at 11-4, including a 4-11 in division play, and have not lost a home match this season. Russell Patchell has led the team well as captain and libero, while Alex McGettigan continues to lead offensively. The team is looking to carry this momentum into the postseason. In just their third year of existence, the CHS Indoor Drumline earned their first trip to the podium at the 2026 TIA Championships in Wildwood. The Pirates finished in third place with a score of 90.95, their highest score in school history. The CHS Indoor Color Guard also performed at Region 1 Championships this past weekend, finishing in 7th place in a very competitive division. The CHS Choir Concert is May 13th at 7 p.m., the CHS Band Concert is May 19th at 7 p.m., and the Strings Concert is May 28th at 7 p.m. All performances are in the CHS Auditorium and are free admission. The CHS Music Department Coffee House Cabaret will be held on June 6th in the cafeteria with a suggested $5 donation. Time is to be decided. Congratulations to Mary Quinn and Kat Smith, who were selected to perform in next year's All-State Mixed Choir, which will have their performances next November, and to Ryan White, who was selected to perform in next year's All-State Treble Choir, who will have their performances in February. Student council elections for the 2026-2027 school year are currently underway. Election materials are available from student council advisors and on the Google Classroom page. And lastly, the annual National Honor Society Senior Workday is scheduled again for early June. Senior Workday is a chance for faculty at Cinnaminson High School to hire a student to complete tasks such as filing papers, organizing closets, or creating bulletin boards on that specific day. This is an opportunity for the National Honor Society to raise money for scholarships. Thank you.
Thank you, Carly. And we'll hear from our middle school representative. Subbing in for our usual guy is Colin Kohler.
Good evening. My name is Colin Kohler. I am an 8th grader on the CMS Student Council. I will be filling in for Matthew Kenny, who is unable to be here tonight. The April Students of the Month are 6th grader Juliana Ferroni, 7th grader Jacob New, and 8th grader Kaio Gomez. Congratulations to the Board of Education Award winner, Mr. Luke Buchanan, CMS music teacher and band leader. Our CMS student athletes worked hard and represented our pirate community with pride, teamwork, and determination this past spring season. From exciting games to strong practices, it was a great time to come out and support our teams. Lacrosse finished with the season with the A team going 6-5. The B team finished with a record of 2-5. Softball's A team finished the season at 7-4, and the B team finished at 4-6. Baseball's A team finished the season at 10-2, while the B team finished at 5-5. Track and field wrapped up their season last Wednesday with a meet at Riverside High School. The meet was triumphant in the meet. Their team was triumphant in the meet and came out with a victory in a number of key events. Many of our girls competed at Pennsauken High School Friday night at the WYNN Spring Night event. 5 members of our CMS track team qualified for the prestigious Penn Relays in Pennsylvania. On April 24th, Nigel Moore, Alexi Julius, Danny Linton, Christian Farrington, and Sebastian Hall competed against other middle school relay teams from across the region. This was an exciting accomplishment. Last week was Teacher Appreciation Week. Our staff was graciously spoiled with yummy treats, games, and a lunch provided by the administration and the CMS Home and School Association. A special thank you is given to all the families who sent in gift cards and snacks for the Monday morning coffee cart manned by CMS parents. The middle school completed the NJSLA for last week for ELA and math. 8th grade students also completed the science NJSLA on April 29th and 30th. The next 3 Thursday nights will have concert events being held with our CMS musicians. The choral concert is this Thursday, May 14th, and next Thursday, May 21st, is the CMS Band Concert, both being held here in the CMS Cafetorium. The district-wide Strings Concert will be held Thursday, May 28th at the high school auditorium. For those who cannot make the events, they will be live streamed for all to watch at home. The CMS end-of-year Cabernet will be held on Saturday afternoon, May 30th, from 1 to 4 p.m. Fitness Frenzy is this Friday, May 15th, and is also a single-session day for the students in grades 6 through 12. More upcoming events of note are the 7th grade zoo trip on May 19th and the People's Choice Awards that same afternoon. This year, the 8th grade class trip to Great Adventure will be on Monday, June 8th, and their luau will be on Friday, June 12th. We hope the dance and the trip present a final opportunity for the 8th grade class to celebrate their years together at Cinnaminson Middle School. Thank you, and I hope you all have a great night.
Thank you, Colin. Now we're going to move on to Section 7, presentations.
All right, thank you, Mrs. Fitzwater. Thank you, members of the board. At this time, I'd like to invite up Mr. Rob Becker, who's going to help me with the first piece of student recognition.
Hi, good evening. I'd like to introduce Mr. Bill Barretts from the VFW Post 3020. He's going to speak to us tonight about some scholarship programs that our students received this year. So, Bill.
Thank you, everyone. The two awards that we give out, one is the Voice of Democracy. That's for high school students. And what it is, it's a 3 to 5 minute audio essay. Submit it to us along with a paper copy. The national award is $35,000. This year, the New Jersey winner came in second, and they won a $24,000 scholarship. Wow. And the next one is the Patriots Pen Competition. It's a 300 to 400 word essay, and that's for middle school students in grades 6 through 8. And this year, the theme was how are you showing patriotism and support for our country. And the national scholarship for Patriots Pen is around $5,000. Our Post gives out around $1,500 in scholarships to the local winners. And one other thing, I would just like to thank Mr. Becker for his support. Cinnaminson gives us the most applications out of everywhere from Burlington County all the way down to Palmyra. So, Mr. Becker, thank you for all your support.
Thank you. Very nice.
And also, I have a certificate for the Cinnaminson Township for their participation as well. Thank you, sir.
And our CMS Patriots Pen Essay Contest winners are Grace Bazilla. Come on up, Grace, if you're here. Mokshanya Yedlapati. And Lilia Marshall.
For Cinnaminson High School, our VFW Voice of Democracy Essay Contest winners were in first place, Kaylin Quinn. In second place, we have Amra Rasteter. third place, although I don't think she was able to join us this evening, was Catherine Smith.
Look forward to sharing this certificate with the board. This time, I'd like to ask my colleague from the board, Mrs. Fitzwater, to come up as we move into the next portion of our presentations, which I suspect a number of our friends in the audience are here for this evening. Though I will highly encourage you to stick around for a fantastic social studies presentation afterwards, and then, of course, the balance of the board meeting should be fantastic as well. So this is a wonderful meeting annually. It was the very first board meeting I got to witness when I was a prospective candidate coming to Cinnaminson, and I was so moved by the words that the administrators shared on behalf of their staff members. And in addition to recognizing the teachers there, I was really moved that the board took time to touch all corners of the district and recognize folks from not only all of our buildings, but also through some of the support organizations in the district. So what we will do is we will present starting with our facilities department first, then we'll move over to Memorial School and kind of go through birth order of our students, not the adults who will be presenting, and we'll hear from all of our administration about some of the wonderful award recipients this evening. So with that, I would like to invite up Mr. Tyndall, Mr. Pullen, and actually Mr. Zemecki. You have your remarks? Right here. You're going off the dome? Yeah. Why don't you hang there for 1 sec? And actually, I'd welcome, do we have any other members of the facilities department? Do you guys don't mind coming up for a second to honor your recipient? I didn't realize there were this many. We may have to get a bigger backdrop. Before I hand it over to Mr. Tyndall, and it is tradition that the head of the department shares remarks on behalf of their award recipient, I wonder if I could just read a quick quote. Will you indulge me for a sec, Mark? I consider this my career, which I take very serious. I like what I do. I enjoy coming to work and look forward to continuing working to ensure that our district has top-notch facilities that bring years of dedication and pride with it for our students, for our staff, and for our community. That was penned in June of 2002 by Mark Tyndall as he was applying to be the supervisor of facilities for the Cinnaminson Township School District. So with that in mind, it is my great honor to recognize an individual whose dedication, expertise, and sometimes quiet leadership have had a lasting impact on the Cinnaminson Township School District. Tonight we celebrate Mark Tyndall, our Director of Facilities, as he receives the Cinnaminson Board of Education Achievement Award. He didn't know he was receiving it until right now. We may have gotten him. For nearly 3 decades, Mark has been a cornerstone of our district, serving with an unwavering commitment and pride in all that he does and all of his work. Mark's professionalism is grounded in both experience and continuous growth. In 2001, he earned his Certified Educational Facilities Manager certification from Rutgers University, further strengthening his ability to lead and innovate in the complex and ever-changing field of school facilities. His knowledge has guided our district through critical moments, including the successful management of facilities during the 2014 referendum projects, and more recently, through the unprecedented challenges of managing school facilities during the COVID-19 pandemic. During those times, Mark ensured that our buildings remain safe, functional, and ready to serve students and staff under the most extraordinary of circumstances. What truly sets Mark apart is not only his technical expertise, but his leadership of people. He takes great pride in building and supporting a team of highly skilled craftsmen who continually go above and beyond to serve the students and the community. Because of his team and Mark's trust in their abilities, our district has been able to complete numerous projects in-house, saving significant resources while maintaining our high standards of quality. His approach reflects a deep respect for both fiscal responsibility and the value that he puts in his staff members who work alongside him. Today, Mark continues to play a pivotal role in shaping the future of our district, helping to bring the current referendum to life with the same care and dedication that have defined his entire career here in Cinnaminson. His work often happens behind the scenes, but its impact is visible in every single classroom, hallway, and field that our students use each day. Mark, on behalf of the Cinnaminson Township Board of Education and the entire Cinnaminson community, thank you for your many years of service, your leadership, and your unwavering commitment to excellence. Congratulations on this honor. Mrs. Fitzwater, can you, Brad, no, it's okay. Do all this facilities work.
He's got a lot of knowledge. More than I.
Unfortunately, I know Mark was looking forward to giving a speech on behalf of one of his deserving members, but maybe we'll bring him back out of retirement to give it next year. So, with that, I'd like to call up next is Mr. Creel. Mr. Creel.
There you go. Congratulations, Mark. I'm excited to recognize from the Technology Department, Darlene Gernon, who, there you are, come on up. I can just imagine that Darlene has been looking forward to this like for weeks now. So Darlene joined the technology department 5 years ago. She works for us as a computer technician. And in her typical day, right, you imagine like what does her day look like? And all of those interactions are with staff who are having some kind of problem, right? Like everybody's favorite frame of mind to be in. And so, Darlene, it's a given that she goes above and beyond to, take care of those people and, resolve their issues, to advocate for them, to get the resources that she needs. I got lost on my notes here. But what stands out is the impression that she leaves on the people that she's working with. Those frustrating moments when, people aren't necessarily at their best, they need something, that's where Darlene shines. So if you imagine for me, you're driving home, you get a flat tire. You call AAA, the AAA truck comes, they fix the tire, you go on your way. Now imagine that was the best part of your day, that somehow having that flat tire made your day better. And that's what I hear time and time again from staff who have had Darlene, interact with them, visit them at their desk, is that, yes, that was frustrating, yes, I could have done without that, but actually that part of my day, made the day better. I hear over and over again, how helpful she is, and what those lasting moments, those impressions leave for her. And I couldn't be more proud for her to be a face of our department and a part of the team of people I get to work with every day. Congratulations. Did you get it?
Now I'd like to welcome Ms. Sherry Spear, our Director of Early Childhood Education.
I wear heels, and I'm still too small for this. I have the honor of presenting an award to Carly Oldfield. Carly not only works directly with a small percentage of our population, but in the 10 years that she has been in Cinnaminson, she has been the driving force for change, a dedicated mentor and coworker, and integral in the development of expanding the preschool program into what it is today. Initially, the preschool program began only with children with special needs. As an original teacher in the program, Carly was a strong part of the foundational team. Carly has developed an individualized plan to support the academic, social, and emotional needs of each of her students. Most importantly, each plan was developed based partially on parent input and parent expectations, so that there can be consistent carryover into the home and other public locations. In addition to being a superb teacher, Carly is a very committed coworker and mentor. By sharing techniques, setting an example of excellent practices, and providing insightful advice based on her years of experience, she continuously encourages her fellow educators. Carly handles teamwork with professionalism, compassion, and a sincere desire to support others' development. Her commitment to nurturing the success of those around her has made her a trusted leader within the preschool program and an invaluable resource for staff. Carly embodies the traits of an exceptional leader in every facet of her work. She is informed, empathetic, helpful, and committed to the families and their children. She has made a significant impact on our preschool's program overall success. Congratulations, Carly. I would now like to introduce Mrs. Valerie Jones and Mrs. Oliver from New Albany School.
If I could ask Miss Holly Hellman to join me up here, please. It is truly my honor to recognize Ms. Holly Hellman as the 2026 Board of Education Achievement Award recipient. As a reading specialist, Ms. Hellman has made an extraordinary impact on the students and staff of New Albany School, especially our youngest learners in kindergarten. She creates a warm, caring, and supportive environment where students feel comfortable taking educational risks and developing confidence in their reading abilities. Her engaging approach to instruction makes learning both meaningful and enjoyable, and students genuinely look forward to working with her each day. Ms. Hellman's dedication to helping children build strong foundational literacy skills is evident in every lesson she teaches and in every interaction she has with students. Beyond her direct work with students, Ms. Hellman has been a driving force in strengthening our literacy instruction across our entire school. After identifying a need in phonemic awareness, she took the initiative to research and introduce the Hegarty Phonemic Awareness Program to New Albany, an effort that continues to positively impact student achievement today. She has shared her expertise through staff training, collaboration with teachers, and meaningful contributions to our data team and Tier 1 grade level goal setting. Ms. Hellman is always willing to support both students and their families, along with colleagues, often taking an additional responsibility with a positive attitude and a smile. Whether she is leading highly effective Tier 3 reading groups, supporting school-wide events like Literacy Night and Read Across America, or simply offering encouragement to those around her, she consistently embodies professionalism, compassion, and teamwork. We are incredibly fortunate to have Ms. Hellman as part of our school community, as she is truly deserving of this award this evening. Congratulations. I'd like to turn it over to Mrs. Jeanette Oliver. All right, Mrs. Brightbill, could you please come on up? We're on a trend here of really honoring our reading specialists this year with all of the wonderful work they've done. So it is my great honor to recognize Miss Chrissy Brightbill as our 2025-2026 Governor's Educator of the Year. Miss Brightbill is an exceptional reading specialist whose dedication, professionalism, and compassion have had a profound impact on the students, staff, and families of New Albany School. She works tirelessly to support some of our most struggling readers, consistently going above and beyond to ensure that every child receives the individualized support that they need to succeed. Her expertise in early literacy and reading recovery has helped countless students build confidence and make tremendous academic growth. What truly sets Ms. Brightbill apart is her ability to identify the unique needs of each learner and collaborate closely with classroom teachers to strengthen instruction across all tiers of support. She's a lifelong learner herself, continually expanding her professional knowledge and sharing that expertise generously with colleagues through professional development sessions, instructional resources, and guidance with intervention planning and the INRS process. Beyond her instructional leadership, Ms. Brightbill is a passionate advocate for children and a valued member of our school community. She approaches every interaction with kindness, patience, and genuine care, always greeting students with a warm smile and creating an environment where they feel supported and capable. She understands that building confidence is just as important as building skills, and she meets students where they are to help them experience success. In addition to her daily work with students and staff, Ms. Brightbill dedicates countless hours outside of the school day to support events like Literacy Night and Read Across America, helping to strengthen the connection between school and home for our families. Her willingness to quietly step in whenever she's needed without seeking recognition speaks volumes about her character and commitment to education. Through her tireless efforts, leadership, and unwavering dedication to students, Ms. Brightbill has earned the admiration and respect of colleagues, families, and administrators alike, and she is truly deserving of this distinguished honor. Congratulations. I would like to invite the Rush administrators, Mrs. Kate Mealy and Mrs. Jeannie Apt.
Good evening, everyone. If I could please have Mrs. Ogazali join me at the podium. Tonight, it is my distinct privilege to recognize Mrs. Jennifer Ogazali as the 2026 ERS Governor's Educator of the Year. Her passion for teaching, commitment to children, and deep love for this district have made a lasting impact on Rush School. For Mrs. Ogazali, Cinnaminson is far more than just a place where she works. It is home. A proud graduate of Cinnaminson High School's class of 2003, in many ways her story has come full circle. Now, 16 years into her teaching career, Mrs. Ogazali has become the kind of teacher she herself admired as a student at ERS. She brings enthusiasm, creativity, and heart into everything she does, and is the type of teacher her students never forget. Mrs. Ogazali's classroom is filled not only with exceptional instruction and high expectations, but also warmth, joy, and imagination. Students feel safe taking risks, asking questions, and believing in themselves because of the environment that she creates. She has a remarkable ability to make learning exciting and meaningful for students. She also teaches her students to be kind, confident, and compassionate members of their classroom community. What makes Mrs. Ogazali especially deserving of this recognition is that her impact extends far beyond academics. She is a supportive colleague, a trusted mentor, and a positive presence within our school. She consistently goes above and beyond for students and families alike, always leading with patience, empathy, and an unwavering belief in what students can achieve. Mrs. Oghazali, we appreciate the care, energy, and positivity you bring to Rush School every single day. We thank you for inspiring students to love learning, for selflessly supporting your colleagues, and for representing the very best of what education should be. Congratulations to you. I'd like to welcome Mrs. Jeannie Apt, our assistant principal at Rush.
I'd like to call Katerina Galvich up to join me. It is with great pleasure to announce Katerina Galvich as the 2026 ERS Board of Education Achievement Award winner. Senora Galvich is an exceptional educator whose dedication to teaching Spanish has made a lasting impact on students in Cinnaminson. With years of experience working with both elementary and middle school learners, she brings a deep understanding of how to engage students at different developmental levels. Her commitment to language instruction goes beyond vocabulary and grammar. She fosters a genuine appreciation for the Spanish language and culture in every classroom she enters. Her lessons are consistently energetic, interactive, and thoughtfully designed to maximize student engagement. It is common to hear singing, laughter, and enthusiastic participation coming from her classroom as students immerse themselves in the learning process. Senora Galvich's enthusiasm is contagious. She brings the same level of excitement and positivity to each class, creating an environment where students feel motivated and eager to learn. In addition to her dynamic teaching style, Senora Galvich maintains a classroom environment that is both structured and supportive. She balances a gentle approach with high expectations. Her classroom management ensures that all students can thrive, and her lessons are carefully organized to support a wide range of learning needs. It is no surprise that students eagerly anticipate her visits and often continue singing the songs they learned long after class has ended. Beyond her work at the elementary level, Senora Galvich extends her expertise to support high school students as well. She collaborates with the AP Spanish teacher to create recordings that help students refine their pronunciation and understanding of spoken Spanish. This additional contribution reflects her dedication not only to her own students, but to the broader community of the school, making her truly deserving of the recognition for her outstanding work. Congratulations. And now, Mrs. D. Simone, Cinnaminson Middle School Principal.
Could I please have Mrs. Lauren Every Clayton join me up here? So let's travel back in 1995 when Mrs. Every Clayton began her teaching career in Cinnaminson. The thought of retirement would never have crossed her mind as it was far off into the future. However, 31 years later, Lauren continues to bring the same energy, care, and dedication to teaching that she did on day one. That kind of commitment is rare, and it's one of the many reasons it is my distinct pleasure to have Lauren representing CMS as the Governor's Educator of the Year. When you walk into Lauren's classroom, you immediately see students engaged and thinking deeply. Her classroom is welcoming, structured, and full of positive energy. She challenges students to explain their reasoning and understand the math truly, not just memorize the steps. She uses hands-on activities, real-world applications, and thoughtful questioning to make sure that the learning is meaningful and applicable to every student. Most importantly, her students feel supported, respected, and comfortable taking academic risks. What really stands out about Lauren is how much she gives to her students. She regularly spends her lunch periods, homeroom, and time after school helping students who need extra support. This year, she has dedicated time each week to working with our most struggling math learners to help build their confidence and close their learning gaps. One nomination described her dedication to students as unparalleled, and that truly captures who she is as a teacher. Even after more than 3 decades in education, Lauren is still learning and growing. She embraces new technology, adds new lessons and routines, and is always looking for better ways to reach her students. While some educators after 30 years may become set in their ways, Lauren continues to evolve with professionalism, curiosity, and positivity. Her impact extends far beyond her own classroom. Lauren is someone colleagues naturally come to for advice, guidance, and support. New teachers especially benefit from her patience and willingness to help. She freely shares resources, mentors others, and helps create the kind of supportive environment every school hopes to have. Lauren also supports the greater school community through programs like Yellow Ribbon, organizing donations and letters to troops, and by simply showing up for students outside of the classroom. After 31 years in Cinnaminson, Lauren Every-Clayton continues to inspire students, support colleagues, and represent the very best of education. For her dedication, leadership, compassion, and lasting impact, I am proud to call her our CMS Educator of the Year and wish her nothing but relaxation, good health, and happiness in her upcoming retirement. Congratulations, Lauren. So in contrast to the lengthy career of Mrs. Every-Clayton, our Board of Education Achievement Award winner for the 2025-26 school year, Mr. Luke Buchanan, Mr. Buchanan has shown great promise and dedication in the almost 4 years that he has been a member of the Cinnaminson teaching staff. As one of our CMS general music teachers and our sole CMS band leader, Luke has already made a lasting impact on our students and the school community. He has built lasting relationships with his music students, creating an environment where they feel supported, valued, and inspired. His students often share that he instills in them a true love of music because he believes in their abilities and helps them see their own potential. Using different means of instruction, including technology, he encourages students to explore their own musical capabilities. As a staff member, Luke consistently brings a positive, calm, and solution-oriented mindset, even in high-pressure situations. That attitude not only supports his students, but also uplifts his colleagues. Luke is always willing to lend a helping hand, making him a trusted and valued member of our CMS team and the broader district music department. Beyond the classroom, he runs multiple clubs such as esports and jazz band, and this year piloted a new drumline club, expanding the opportunities for student involvement. He also successfully conducted the All South Jersey Honors Jazz Band, demonstrating exceptional leadership and dedication to music education. Luke's impact is seen not only in student performance, but in their confidence and sense of belonging. It is with great pride that we recognize him with the Board of Education Achievement Award. Good luck, or congratulations. Next up, I would like to introduce our high school principal, Mr. Ryan Gorman.
Would CHS Spanish teacher, Mrs. Orfanos, please join us up here as our 2020. It is my absolute honor to recognize this year's Cinnaminson High School Governor's Educator of the Year, Mrs. Mary Orfanos. For 26 years, Mary has been the pillar of excellence in our World Language Department, teaching Spanish with a blend of expertise, poise, and unmistakable passion for the language and its rich cultures. From the moment you step into her classroom, you see exactly why she is so beloved by her students. Her lessons are clear, well-organized, and intentionally crafted to immerse students in authentic Spanish language experiences, whether they are listening to native speakers, practicing conversational Spanish with peers, or engaging with multimedia lessons that bring Spanish-speaking countries to life. Students in Mrs. Orfanos' class are not simply learning Spanish, they are living it. She sets high expectations, celebrates respect and excellence, and creates an environment where every learner feels challenged, supported, and valued. Mary's impact extends far beyond the traditional classroom. She is remarkable in her ability to reach students at all levels, honors, accelerated, and those with special needs. She helped develop and continues to teach a hands-on Spanish class for students with multiple disabilities, collaborating closely with special education teachers and paraprofessionals to adapt instruction with skill, empathy, and flexibility. Her classroom is one where learners thrive and where joy and engagement are the norm. Her leadership resonates throughout the building. As the advisor to the Spanish Club, Mary creates opportunities for students to explore culture through food, music, dance, and community service, including taking students to sing Spanish and English Christmas carols at a local nursing home. As co-advisor of the Unified Club, she builds inclusive experiences that bring students of all abilities together. Whether during lunchtime events at the Unified Dance and pep rally activities that she helped make more integrated and welcoming. And as a student council co-advisor, she nurtures tomorrow's leaders by promoting diplomacy and democracy, encouraging service and creating meaningful experiences like visits to the New Jersey State House and coordinating major school-wide community service efforts like the Super Bowl of Caring and our revamped canned food drive. Tonight, we proudly honor Mrs. Mary Orfanos, not just for her years of service, but for the extraordinary way she elevates our school every single day. Mary, thank you for your passion, your leadership, your heart, and the countless lives you've shaped through your teaching and your example. Congratulations. It is also my honor to recognize someone who represents the very best of what we strive for at Cinnaminson High School as our 2026 Boards of Education Achievement Award winner, Ms. Colleen Feiner. I honestly believe that I speak for every single member of the CHS staff when I say that I knew within minutes of meeting Ms. Feiner, she would be someone special. The way she connects with people, especially students, that instantly builds trust. Students feel it right away. They know she's in her corner. And that's what makes her impact so powerful. In her classroom, students grow, not just academically, but in confidence. Ms. Feiner takes the time to understand who they are, meets them where they are, and helps them believe in what they are capable. She doesn't just teach lessons, she changes mindsets. Her leadership extends far beyond her classroom. Ms. Feiner has been instrumental in shaping meaningful instruction through her work in the fundamental math curriculum and her contributions on district committees. She has also embraced innovation, bringing new tools like CuraPod to her teaching to better engage her students. This year, Ms. Feiner took on the incredible challenge of building a brand new program for our 18 to 21-year-old students from the ground up. She designed curriculum, created real-world learning experiences, and developed community-based opportunities that truly prepare her students for their life beyond school. That kind of work takes vision, patience, and heart, and Ms. Feiner brings all three every day. What truly sets her apart is who she is as a person. Ms. Feiner shows up for her students in every sense. Whether that's in the classroom, at a sporting event, or on the sideline coaching unified soccer, she goes above and beyond to make every student feel valued, supported, and celebrated. Her kindness, her generosity, her unwavering commitment to students' well-being are simply unmatched. Ms. Feiner embodies what it means to be an educator. She leads with compassion, teaches with purpose, and gives selflessly to herself and others. Of herself to others. That was a rough one. Her impact is lasting, and our school community is better because of her. It is my privilege to recognize Colleen Feiner as the 2026 recipient of the Board of Education Achievement Award for Cinnaminson High School. Please join me in congratulating her.
Now I'd like to welcome up our Director of Special Services, Mrs. Darlene Llewellyn, to present our last award.
Good evening, everyone. Congratulations to all our honorees this evening. It is my pleasure to introduce our last honoree, and that is Mrs. Gabby Roach. Come on up, Gabby. Gabby's little one was falling asleep on her lap, so of course Gabby is last, so she's like, probably, yeah, let's go. Congratulations to Mrs. Gabby Roach, our district's Governor's Educational Services Professional of the Year. This is Gabby's 10th year as a learning disabilities teacher consultant and a case manager in Cinnaminson, following 7 years as a special education teacher. Her experience working with students of ages 3 through 21 gives her a broad perspective that strengthens her support for students, staff, and their families. Gabby is highly respected for her collaboration with case managers, teachers, counselors, administrators, and related service providers to ensure that her students' educational programs are implemented effectively. Teachers often seek her guidance because of her practical insights and deep knowledge of students with disabilities. She also serves on the INRS committee at New Albany, where she helps develop strategies to improve student performance. Beyond her daily responsibilities, Gabby has made a lasting impact on the district and community. She has increased awareness of visual impairments by partnering with the Commission of the Blind, advocating for staff training, as well as incorporating awareness into school and district activities, such as promoting White Cane Day and a Station Literacy Night. A Station at Literacy Night. Gabby also co-created Pirates and Pages. By the way, where's Lily tonight? A therapy dog reading program designed to encourage literacy and build students' confidence in reading. Students have the opportunity to read to therapy dogs, creating a relaxed environment in which to practice literacy skills, build self-esteem, and develop lifelong reading habits. What began at New Albany as it has expanded district-wide, becoming an important part of Cinnaminson's culture, participating in district-wide events such as literacy nights at both New Albany and Rush schools. For these reasons and many more, please join me in congratulating Gabby on receiving our Governor's Education.
As I started my remarks, I said this is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, evening of the year, and I'm sure you can tell why. There's so much love in this room, and I've said it many times, so whoever will listen, the true power of Cinnaminson schools comes in the way of our human capital, right? It is the people that make this such a wonderful place to work and a wonderful place for our students to learn. So with that, I mentioned we have another engaging presentation from Mr. Becker and some educators in just a little bit. I would welcome everyone to stay around. I do recognize we have some bedtimes, particularly in the back of the room, and some homework maybe to get to. So I would ask Mrs. Fitzwater if we could take a brief 2-minute recess for anybody that may want to come up and grab one more picture. And then, of course, I would encourage you to stick around, but if you do have to leave, I certainly understand. So thank you. Congratulations once again to all our award recipients.
Session.
Back in session, let's go.
Back in session.
All right, thank you very much.
One sec. Mr. Creel, if we could bring the microphones live. Ladies and gentlemen, certainly everybody is welcome to stick around for the last portion of our meeting. We're about to engage on another exciting presentation. With that, Dr. Goldburn, if you would introduce our next speakers.
Thank you. This evening, we're privileged to have a presentation from our Social Studies Department, led by our supervisor, Mr. Rob Becker. He's going to be joined this evening by Mrs. Maureen Kohler, a kindergarten teacher at New Albany, Mrs. Jen McNeil, a third-grade teacher at Rush Intermediate School, and eighth-grade civics teacher at CMS, Ms. Jenabeth Curran. So, Mr. Becker, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Dr. Goldburn. And good evening, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity to talk about our social studies program in the school district, especially our civics education program and how it's embedded in our curricula. And really looking forward to talking about a special project that we implemented this year called Revolution New Jersey. When we think about public education, I often think about civics education, because when our founders founded this nation, they knew that in order to sustain our new democracy, we must have a nation of literate, educated, critical thinking citizens. And over 200 years later, we see that embedded in our curriculum in Cinnaminson. At New Albany, from K to 2, we teach our students that they belong to a community. They learn about themselves, their families, that they live in a community with traditions, norms, and laws. At Rush School, the students expand on that role of citizenship and learn that they are living in a state like New Jersey and the United States, and these have governments, economies, and histories. When they move up to the high school or the middle school, they learn that they're citizens of the world, learning about how ancient or past civilizations and world cultures impact our current world, and they cap off their middle school experience with a full year of civics education in 8th grade, one of only, at one point, only 29 in the entire state of New Jersey out of 500 school districts. And then when they finally move up to the high school, we teach students how to interpret the past as well as current events and think so that they can think critically and serve our community as active citizens upon graduation. Our student citizen experiences are not limited, however, to the classroom. We have a number of community partnerships that we're quite proud of that help engage our students in civic education. And there's a couple of them I'd like to highlight for you tonight. One is a 25-plus year relationship with the veterans of foreign wars post-3020 who visit our schools each year to teach the students about duty, service, and sacrifice. They are an important partner in our Veterans Day ceremonies at the middle school, and as you heard earlier tonight, recognized our students with very generous scholarships through their Patriots Pen and Voice of Democracy contests. The other partnership is with the League of Women Voters and the Burlington County Office of Elections, who educate our students every year, especially during the New Jersey Week, Voter Registration Awareness Week, so that they register our students, but they also allow our students to actually participate in a democratic experience by participating in a mock election, actually using actual voting machines from the county. This year, we registered over 125 students at the high school, and that's been a pattern going on for the last several years. We're quite proud of that. And these real-world experiences really drive home for our students how to be a citizen. With this year being the semi-quincentennial, Cinnaminson schools participated in Revolution NJ to become revolutionary schools. Each school in the district developed activities that had students reflect upon the meaning of the Declaration of Independence and how it applies to them in their world. To tie the four buildings together, we centered our activities on what historian John Meachin says, what he calls the foundational sentence in American history. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. And with that, I'd like to turn it over to some great social studies teachers in our district who are here to share with you the activities that were held in each building. I'd like to introduce first Maureen Kohler, and then Jen McNeil, and then Jenabeth Curran.
So a video is going to be popping up shortly, and I think it just starts.
It's for the semi-centennial. The what? The 250th anniversary of adopting the Declaration of Independence. Oh, the semi-centennial.
Right. So as a school community, we love a good reason to celebrate, and the 250th anniversary of the American Revolution is a great reason. Throughout the year, students in kindergarten explore traditions and the ways people celebrate and honor special figures and events in history. They also learn about voting and focusing on the reasons behind our choices. This tied in well with our America Takes the Cake project. Each child was given a paper cake to decorate. The cakes will be displayed in the library with special thanks from Linda Kahn, and once the whole school votes, the winning cake will be made into a genuine sheet cake for the students of that homeroom to enjoy. First grade students have been learning about how the past helps us to make the choices and predict our future. Students learn about how transportation, technology, and education has progressed over time and use their findings to write on balloons all the ways that America has changed for the better. The balloons hang on our Unity wall in the cafeteria in a fun tribute to our country. Finally, hats off to our second graders who took on the phrase equality for all men. Many students made connections between Dr. Martin Luther King's words and those of Thomas Jefferson. Some students debated whether people really are treated equally, and some pointed out the words should be revised to say all people, not just men. We all agreed that the semi-quincentennial was worth celebrating.
The third grade classes had a fun time working on celebrating America's 250th birthday. We discussed why we are celebrating and what it means. We watched brain pop videos about the symbols of the United States and what they stand for. The students pondered and discussed why it is great to live in America. Some of the students talked about the freedoms of going to school, on vacation, playing sports, and spending time with friends and family. The students then responded to the question, what do you love about being an American? They did an amazing job with their responses that are displayed on the bulletin board. Fourth graders celebrated America's 250th birthday by showcasing the Revolutionary War battles in New Jersey and the famous New Jerseyans who helped bring forth our United States of America by creating banners that adorn our wing. And then fifth grade, in celebration of the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence, fifth grade students reflected on what it means to be an American. Each student shared their thoughts on a Liberty Bell template and created an accompanying illustration. The reflections highlighted themes such as pride in family members who serve in the military, appreciation for the freedoms and rights enjoyed in America, recognition of national holidays like Thanksgiving and Independence Day, and a strong sense of patriotism and national pride.
At the middle school and high school, our focus for this initiative was how Enlightenment thinkers inspired the Founding Fathers in creating a document centered in the three basic ideals and principles: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Students, grades 6 through 12, had the opportunity to reflect on the significance of one of these terms. At both the middle school and high school, students were given an index card with a color representing their grade level. At the middle school, a blue background with white stars for 6th grade, white stripes for 7th grade, and red stripes for 8th grade. And at the high school, a blue background with white stars for 11th and 12th grade, white stripes for 10th grade, and red stripes for 9th grade. Inside the card, students drew upon real-world connections, linking past interpretations of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness to their own personal reflections 250 years later. Each prompt was grade-specific and grade-level appropriate. 6th and 9th graders reflected on life. For instance, what are some things that help people live a good life? Or what have you been thankful for? 7th and 10th graders reflected on liberty, such as, what does liberty mean to you? And 8th, 11th, and 12th graders reflected on the pursuit of happiness. For instance, what do you think the founders meant by pursuit of happiness, and how may it differ today? In 6th grade, one student commented, quote, "I am thankful for getting a good education and having family, friends, and teachers to encourage and cheer me on." Another wrote, quote, "Things that help people live a good life are joy, freedom, purpose, laughter, understanding, love, and most importantly, hope." In regards to liberty, a 7th grader explained, quote, "To me, liberty means the freedom to make my own choices and to feel free without restrictions. It also means I have the right to think for myself while respecting the safety and rights of other people." And in 8th grade, in regards to the pursuit of happiness, a student wrote, quote, "They meant the happiness of creating a new nation. And today, it means chasing your own goals and being happy. And it means living life to the fullest and making your life the way you want it." These reflections and color-coded cards were then constructed into life-size American flags, showcasing as central displays in the halls of CMS and CHS for all to see. This collective experience brought together various grade levels to create a final product that further exemplified the coming together of those 250 years ago. Our final product at CMS and CHS best demonstrated a modernized interpretation of the past, utilizing historical thinking, but also one of practical application, reflecting on the here and now.
Thank you, Maureen and Jenabeth and Jen, for sharing those pictures. We were building the high school flag here, and the student on the right, Gianna Ross, said the founders might have had Betsy Ross, but Cinnaminson has Gianna Ross to build our flag. So hopefully she's not watching tonight because she'll be embarrassed. So just in closing, in Cinnaminson, we're recognizing the 250th anniversary of our nation has already begun. Our Revolutionary Schools Project have provided an inclusive way to bring our students and schools together in the shared celebration of our nation's founding. I want to thank you, the Board of Education and the school administrators, and all the teachers and students who helped build these projects over the last couple weeks. So thank you again, and does anybody have any questions?
No? Any questions? No, I just say keep up the good work. You guys are doing great.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Okay, we're moving on to Section 8, correspondence to the board. I have received a few parent emails this month. All were handled by the appropriate administrator. Anyone have anything that they need to share? Okay, moving on to committee reports. This month, 2 committees met, the Policy Committee and the Curriculum Committee. We will hear from the Chair of the Policy Committee, Mr. Kenny.
Thank you. The Policy and Legislation Committee met on May 5th via Google Meeting. The meeting began with a presentation from Cinnaminson High School Principal Mr. Gorman, Assistant Principal Ms. Calfazzotti, and Director of Counseling Ms. Linda Colella. The team presented the committee about the current high school attendance and late policies and their proposed changes for the 26-27 school year. The committee was supportive of the changes, which will be reflected in new model policies that will appear before the committee at the June meeting. The committee then continued the process of conducting a review of the next group of policies. The next series of policies were from the 2000 series. The first 5 policies were tabled as they are ripe for review. The district's Director of Technology will make recommendations for policy changes ahead of next meeting. The committee then considered changes to Policy 2411, which will change all references from guidance counseling to school counseling. The committee then heard from Mr. Capello about recommended changes to Policy and Regulation 2412 regarding home instruction, and these changes will appear on the May 12th board agenda. Finally, the committee previewed the upcoming policy alert from Strauss Esme, which will be discussed at a future meeting. And the next meeting of the Policy and Legislative Committee is scheduled for June 2nd at 3:45. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kenny. And Mr. Meeker will have the report on the Curriculum Committee.
Thank you, Mrs. Fitzwater. The Curriculum and Student Activities Committee met virtually on April 22nd. The committee heard proposals for 3 potential international trips for Cinnaminson High School students in 2027 and 2028. The committee recommended to move forward with 1 proposed trip that will appear on this evening's agenda. The committee removed a new evaluation tool for classroom support staff that will appear on tonight's agenda. The committee also reviewed and certified the HIB grades for the district and each school from the 2024-25 school year. A proposal to pilot a new Spanish club at New Albany School was also discussed and approved by the committee. The committee reviewed a job description for a literacy coach position at New Albany School that will also appear on tonight's agenda. Lastly, the committee reviewed professional development and field trip requests for the upcoming month. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Meeker. Mrs. Trempe, can I have a motion to approve Section 9 Committee Reports, Item A?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Iacone. Comments or questions from the board? Hearing none, we'll take a vote. Mr. McGuff?
Aye.
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 Aye. Motion approved. Moving on to Section 10, Public Comment. Members of the public are reminded that comments should be limited to items appearing on this meeting's agenda. There will be another opportunity during this meeting to comment on non-agenda items. All members of the public wishing to speak on agenda items only should raise their hand to indicate their wish to speak. When called upon, participants should state their first and last name and address clearly for the record. In accordance with Cinnaminson Board of Education policy, comments will be limited to a maximum of 4 minutes per person. The comment period will be limited to 30 minutes in duration. With that said, is there anyone who would like to make any comments? Okay, moving on to Section 11, Personnel, Certified, Non-Certified. Mr. Capello?
Thank you, Mrs. Fitzwater. Under Section 11, Letter A, Appointments and Reappointments, seeking the board to approve certificated staff, items 1A through L, and then under non-certificated staff, seeking the board to approve items A through E. Under Resignations and Retirement, seeking the board to approve items 1 through 8 as listed in the agenda. Under letter C, Leaves of Absence, seeking the board to approve the 4 items that are listed by employee number in the agenda. Skipping down to Section E, Transfers, seeking the board to approve the 1 item that appears on this evening's agenda. And now skipping down to letter H, seeking the board to approve the item that is listed in the agenda under letter H for student teachers. Under letter I, substitute teachers, non-certified and volunteers, seeking the board to approve the 6 items that are listed in the agenda under I 1 through 6. And under extra duty appointments, seeking the board to approve items 1 through 13 as listed in the agenda. Finally, under letter K, tutors, there is 1 name for consideration of the board under letter K, number 1A. And finally, under job description, letter L, seeking the board to approve a job description for the literacy coach position that is listed and attached in the agenda. And Mrs. Fitzwater, those are the items for consideration under personnel.
Thank you, Mr. Capello. Ms. Iacone, can I have a motion to approve Section 11, Personnel, Certified, Non-Certified, items A through L?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Kenny. Comments or questions from the board? Hearing none, we'll take a vote. Mrs. Tadley?
Aye.
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 Aye. Motion approved. Moving on to Section...
Can I interject for 1 second?
Sure, interject away.
Looking out in the audience, I do believe we have at least 1 individual who is here to be introduced. Mrs. DeSimone, if you would do the honors.
I would like to introduce Mr. Jordan Evans. He will be joining the CMS staff next year as a tenure track special education teacher. This year he was worked as a long-term substitute. He did an excellent job. The kids love him. He loves the kids, which is even more important. So we're really excited to have Jordan. He is a Cinnaminson High School graduate and went through the RCBC program and graduated from Rowan College with his teaching degree. So congratulations, Jordan.
Welcome back.
Very happy to have you, Jordan.
All right, moving on to Section 12, Curriculum and Instruction. Dr. Goldburn.
Thank you very much. Under number 12, letter A, requesting approval of the monthly professional development requests. Under letter B, field trips, numbers 1, 2, and 3. Nothing under letter C this month. Under letter D, we have the requesting approval of the middle school course offerings for next year. Under letter E, the monthly HIB report. Under letter F, the monthly suspension report. Under letter G, approval of the official HIB school level and district level grades for the 24-25 school year. These were previously approved for submission back at the October board meeting and have now been certified by the New Jersey Department of Education. Under letter H, memberships, number 1, letters A through D for the 26-27 school year. Under letter I, evaluation instruments for the 26-27 school year, number 1, letters A and B, and number 2. And under letter J, requesting a pilot of a Spanish club at New Albany School for the 26-27 school year. And those are the items this month.
Thank you, Dr. Goldberg. Mr. Meeker, can I have a motion to approve Section 12, Curriculum and Instruction, items A through J?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Thank you, Mrs. Trompe. Comments or questions from the board?
Yes, thank you.
Hearing none, we'll take a vote. Mr. McGuff?
Aye.
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 I abstain from 12A, line 4, and yes to everything else.
Abstain from line A, line 3, and yes to everything else.
Aye.
Aye. Motion approved. Moving on to Section 13, Special Education. Mrs. Llewellyn?
Thank you, Mrs. Fitzwater. Under A, contracts, seeking the board to approve the 26-27 agreement with the Educational Services Unit of Burlington County to provide professional services. Under B, student placements, seeking the board to approve the extended school year program with Interactive Kids for a student from July 6 to July 31st, 2026. And under C, consultant agreement, seeking the board to approve 2 consultant agreements this evening as requested by the district from May 13th to June 30th. The first one is with Dryden Watner to provide a psychological evaluation, and the second is with Daytime Solution by Walsh Legacy LLC to provide home instruction. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Llewellyn. Ms. Falconero, can I have a motion to approve Section 13, Special Education, items A through C?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Kenny. Comments or questions from the board? Hearing none, we'll take a vote. Ms. Tadley?
Aye.
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 Aye. Moving on to Section 14, Policy. Mr. Capello?
Thank you again, Mrs. Fitzwater. As Mr. Kenny mentioned in the committee summary, seeking the board to approve under item number 1, 3 revisions on first reading to policies, and then under number 2, continuing the process of reviewing policies, seeking the board to approve the review of the policies that are listed under item number 2 in the agenda.
Thank you, Mr. Capello. Ms. Tadley, can I have a motion to approve Section 14, Policy and Regulations, item A?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Meeker. Comments or questions from the board? Hearing none, we'll take a vote. Mr. McGuff?
Aye.
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 Aye. Moving on to Section 15, Business and Finance. Mrs. Wilkie?
Thank you, Mrs. Fitzwater. Under Section A, grants, item number 1, that the board accepts the funding for the Focus Grant in the amount of $7,016. Under Section B, Finance, item number 1, that the board approves the staff mileage reimbursements as listed. And item number 2, that the board approves the revised 24-25 tuition rates as outlined below. Under Section C, Operations, that the board approves the 26-27 calendar for maintenance, grounds, custodial, and transportation. And item number 2, that the board approves the school bus emergency evacuation drills that took place in April of 2026. Under Section D, Contracts, item number 1, that the board approves the interlocal service agreements with Riverside Board of Education for transportation services and Maple Shade Board of Ed and Palmyra Board of Ed for mechanic services. Under number 2, that the board authorizes a request for proposal for school team physician, architect of record, and construction manager of record. Item number 3, that the board approves the renewal addendum with Sodexo Management for the 26-27 school year. Item number 4, that the board approves the 26-27 anticipated contracts as outlined in the agenda. And item number 5, that the board approves the district to continue membership with the cooperative pricing service systems as outlined in the agenda. Thank you, Mrs. Fitzwater.
Thank you, Mrs. Wilkie. And Mr. McGuff, can I have a motion to approve Section 15, Business and Finance, items A through D?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Trompe. Comments or questions from the board? Hearing none, we'll take a vote. Ms. Tadley?
Aye.
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 Aye. Motion approved. Moving on to Section 16, Other Business. I do have a resolution that I would like to read, titled Resolution Urging Relief from Rising Public School Employee Healthcare Costs. Whereas at a time of continued fiscal uncertainty and mounting challenges, local boards of education from across the state of New Jersey continue to suffer under the growing crisis posed by the rising cost of healthcare benefits and are desperate for relief. And whereas, despite record levels of state investments in public education, these school districts are facing fiscal pressures similar to those confronting the state budget, including the unsustainable growth in healthcare premiums and the mounting insolvency of the state's public employees' health benefits program. And whereas both within the school employees' health benefits program and the private market, year-over-year double-digit increases are placing tremendous strain on district budgets and local taxpayers alike. And whereas Governor Sherrill and legislative leadership have publicly acknowledged the urgent need to address rising health care costs and the challenges facing the state's health benefits plans, including both the state and local portions of the state health benefits program and the SEHBP, and whereas the seriousness of this issue is underscored by the mid-year SEHBP analysis released by the Treasury Department in March 2026, which concluded that based on these projected losses and building in future trends, active premium rate increases for 2027 are likely to be in the double digits. And whereas these projected increases would follow the 31.9% premium increase that took effect in January 2026, further exacerbating an overall premium increase of nearly 74% in the preceding 5 years. And whereas this growth in healthcare costs far exceeds inflation, state aid increases, and the fiscal capacity of local communities, and whereas rising healthcare premiums are consuming an ever larger portion of already constrained school district budgets, forcing difficult decisions that directly affect students, staff, and educational quality. And whereas these cost pressures also have significant consequences for taxpayers, as districts are often compelled to utilize the full extent of their available tax levy, even after which many districts remain unable to fully offset these increases due to the constraints of the property tax levy cap, despite the limited health care exception. And whereas for the families and students these districts serve, the downstream consequences, including district deficits, program cuts, and school closures, mean the loss of community stability, continuity of services, and in many cases, access to specialized supports that our most vulnerable students depend on. And whereas these are also precisely the conditions that erode student achievement and weaken the family engagement that is central to strengthening New Jersey's public schools. And whereas implementing real sustainable solutions to the rising costs of health benefits and reforming how benefits are delivered through the SEHBP would demonstrate the governor's and legislature's leadership and continued commitment to New Jersey's students, educators, and families, which directly advances our shared goal of affordability and effective, efficient government for all New Jerseyans. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Cinnaminson School District in the County of Burlington calls upon the governor and state legislature to provide immediate short-term relief for the unsustainable increased health care costs experienced by school districts in recent years, and be it further resolved that the Cinnaminson School District in the County of Burlington urges the governor to engage in meaningful engagement with all affected stakeholders to develop and implement practical long-term reforms to the state's system of delivering health care to its public employees in order to generate meaningful long-term savings. And be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be forwarded to Governor Mikey Sherrill, State Treasurer Aaron Binder, Senate President Nicholas Scutari, Assembly Speaker Craig Coughlin, State Senator Troy Singleton, Assemblywoman Carol A. Murphy, Assemblyman Bhavir Singh, and the New Jersey School Boards Association. And with that, Mr. Kenny, can I have a motion to approve other business, item A?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Trompe. Comments or questions from the board? Hearing none, we'll take a vote. Mr. McGuff?
Aye.
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 Aye. Motion approved. Moving on to section 17, public comment. Any members of the public wishing to speak should raise their hand to indicate their wish to speak. When called upon, participants should state their first and last name and address clearly for the record. In accordance with the Board of Education policy, comments will be limited to a maximum of 4 minutes per person. The comment period will be limited to 30 minutes in duration. And with that, is there anyone who wishes to speak? Okay. Then we'll move on to Section 18, Board Comments. Mr. Kenny?
Thank you. Congratulations to all of tonight's award winners, and a special thanks to Mr. Mark Tyndall for all you've done for all our students and staff over the years. You will be greatly missed. Congratulations to Carlo Iacono and the yearbook staff on being awarded once again as an outstanding yearbook for the 2025 edition. Congratulations to the 6 Cinnaminson High School seniors who were awarded Bob Kenny Scholarship Sunday night. They are Matt Dever, Shiloh Moore, Christian Feely, Ali Otis, Jake Wickersham, and Carly Trompe. Thank you to Carly and Colin for your excellent student reports tonight. And that's it. The next Board of Education meeting is Tuesday, June 9th at 7 p.m. right here in the cafeteria. More information can be found on the district website. That's all I have. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. I just want to add one thing. You've done a great job awarding scholarships over the years, and you should be recognized for that.
Thank you.
All right, we are going to go into a brief executive session. With that, Mr. Bromhall, can I have a motion to convene into executive session?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, we will be in executive session. We may have one order of business when we come out. Good night, folks. motion to reconvene the public session?
Motion.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, we're back in public session. We have a other business. Under other business number 2, Ms. Falconero, can I have a motion to approve that other business number 2?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Iacone. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion approved. Mr. McGuff, can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Trempe. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We're done.